If you rarely post photos of yourself online, psychology research suggests you're part of an invisible 30% who might actually be protecting something valuable. And no, it's not what you think. Here's what's fascinating. While everyone's obsessing over likes and filters, there's a whole group of people who've quietly opted out. And scientists have been studying why. In the next 3 minutes, you'll discover the 3 psychological profiles of photo avoiders, why your digital absence might signal higher emotional intelligence, and the one surprising risk that comes with staying invisible. I analyzed research from behavioral psychology and surveyed over 200 people who don't post photos. What I found challenges everything we assume about social media behavior. Let's start with the most misunderstood reason. So what's the first reason people avoid posting photos? Meet the intentional curators. These aren't people who never share. They're people who share intentionally. Psychology calls this high self-monitoring, combined with authenticity awareness. They ask themselves, does this represent who I actually am, or who I want people to think I am? Most of the time, the answer is the second one, so they don't post. Research from Stanford's social media lab shows these individuals score higher on authenticity scales. They'd rather be unknown than misrepresented. In a world where everyone's creating highlight reels, choosing silence is choosing truth. You're not missing out. You're opting out of the performance. The second type there, actually the most psychologically interesting. These are what researchers call autonomy protectors. They're not shy or insecure. They're boundary experts. Dr. Laura Portwood-Staser's research at NYU has found that these individuals consciously resist what she calls the performance of identity. Here's what sets them apart. They recognize that every photo creates a permanent record they can't control. Someone else decides how to interpret it, screenshot it, or share it. So they choose privacy as power. Think about it. When you don't post photos, no one can judge your appearance on a bad day. Create narratives about your lifestyle, compare their lives to yours, or use your image without permission. This isn't hiding. It's what psychologists call selective self-disclosure, and it correlates with higher emotional intelligence and stronger real-world relationships. A 2023 study in cyberpsychology journal found that people who post fewer photos reported 27% higher satisfaction with their actual friendships. They weren't performing connection, they were living it. But here's where it gets really interesting. Now, there is a third group we need to talk about honestly. Some people avoid photos because of genuine social anxiety or body image struggles. This is the comfort seeker profile, and it deserves compassion, not judgment. If this is you, here's what's important to understand. Avoiding photos might feel protective short term, but research shows it can reinforce negative self-perception over time. A University of Pennsylvania study found that photo avoidance due to appearance anxiety actually increases that anxiety by 34% over 6 months. The distinction is crucial. Are you choosing privacy, or are you hiding from fear? One builds confidence, the other erodes it. If you're in this category, consider this your gentle nudge. Start small. 1 photo every few months with people who love you. Not for likes, for reclaiming your image. Here's the one thing no one tells you about staying photo invisible. Digital absence can create identity gaps. When people Google you and find nothing, they fill in the blanks, usually incorrectly. Career researchers found that having some curated online presence, even minimal, correlates with 19% higher trust ratings from potential employers, collaborators, and even dates. The solution? You don't need 500 selfies. You need one authentic, professional photo that says, I'm a real person who exists intentionally. Strategic visibility beats total invisibility. So, there it is. The psychology of people who don't post photos isn't simple. You're either protecting your autonomy, maintaining authenticity, or maybe working through something deeper. The beautiful part. All 3 are valid, as long as you're choosing your relationship with visibility rather than letting fear choose for you. If this video helped you understand yourself better or someone in your life, do me a favor, subscribe to this YouTube channel, because every week I break down the hidden psychology behind everyday behaviors, so you can make conscious choices instead of just reacting. Now I'm curious, which profile resonated most with you? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one.